Hello there. Welcome to this episode of Press Start TV. We've got some great stuff to go over with you. New games this very new month of May, and we're going to talk about those. We're going to get into a bunch of news, of course. So let's just get into this. My name is Will. This is Mr. Nine.
Yo.
Mr. Gage.
Hi.
Mr. Sam.
Hey.
She said Mrs.
That's what I said.
You said Miss.
I said Mrs.
Oh, it doesn't matter.
Well, it matters, I guess.
Move on.
Anyway, let's talk about new games. New games coming out.
New Game Plus.
New Game Plus. 9 clearly is still stuck in Bloodborne mode, which is just fine because that is still an amazing game.
We're not even
still
a minute
playing
in. We're
it.
talking about Bloodborne.
I can't help it. It's awesome. We will talk about that later, of course.
Sure.
But
Yeah.
let's talk about one of the new games coming out this month, Project Cars.
Finally.
It's been delayed
Holy mackerel.
and delayed,
But it's
as
so
with
pretty.
every game.
It's so pretty, I think it's okay.
So is this, what systems is this coming out on?
Xbox One, PS4,
and PS4.
PC. I think it was on Wii U at one point.
No.
I don't know that it's anymore.
No, way no.
So for those of us who
Way no.
Excuse
don't
me.
know
Way
much
no.
about Project Cars, is it arcade style, simulation? What is it?
It's a simulation.
Is it?
It's closer to Forza than it is Need for Speed.
It's kind of like if Forza and Gran Turismo got together
And had a
and
baby.
put all the good stuff from both of those games into one pile. That's
Wow.
what this game is.
That's a pretty good advertisement.
This
right
is
there.
probably the prettiest car game I've ever seen in my entire life.
Yeah.
It's gorgeous.
But, I mean, I don't know how it plays, so. And that's what matters to me with racing
you
games.
gotta have more
It's the
than
most
it's
important
pretty.
thing.
Like,
Yeah.
Well, you do though. That's true.
You know,
Yeah, I mean, I just think it's pretty. I'm sure it might be good, might be bad. We don't know.
Sure. But I mean, we're getting a lot of racing games in there, so it's a lot of competition.
Yeah.
But we'll see.
I'm assuming online play, all kinds of different games. What do we know
probably
about the
ghost
game?
racing, like
Time trials.
time travel, ghosts and stuff.
Project Cars. We'll have more for that soon, but sounds really cool.
I'm gonna get my hands on it.
Wolfenstein: The Old Blood.
What are you doing?
I want to get my hands on it.
This is getting my hands on it. Okay,
You can interpret that however you want.
Radio people, don't worry about that.
Yeah, it's for a visual.
Wolfenstein. First of all, the Wolfenstein that came out on PS3, I guess no, I'm sorry,
PS4 and Xbox One.
was great.
It was awesome.
They did a really good job
I
with it.
loved it.
So what do you get with The Old Blood?
The Old Blood is kind of like Wolfenstein's version of Far Cry Blood Dragon. It's not a kooky 80s version of the game. It's just a standalone DLC that you can play separately that takes you back into Nazi encampments and killing Nazis.
okay, that's always a positive.
That,
Yeah.
I mean, as soon as you say killing Nazis,
That's like
I'm
sign
on
me up.
board.
Yeah.
You know,
Sure.
So is it DLC or is it a disc?
you can buy it separately.
Okay.
You don't
But
have
it's not-
to have
it's not
Wolfenstein
retail.
in order to play. It won't
Okay.
be a retail
Right.
release. It's strictly a digital download.
DLC. Okay.
But it's standalone. You don't have to have Wolfenstein in order to buy it and play it.
Yeah. So,
Well, that's always good.
haven't played
Yeah,
it yet, though.
I'm
Get somebody,
super excited
you
for
know,
this.
maybe get somebody new that hadn't played.
But it's not a
Wolfenstein.
full game.
It's like if they're thinking to play Wolfenstein, they can play
It's
this
probably a
first or
couple
something.
hours long.
Okay,
It's probably
couple
not a full like 8-10 hour campaign. It's
No.
probably like 6 or 7 missions.
Hey, as long as it's fun, that's what it's all about.
It's all
Yeah.
about killing Nazis.
I want to talk about a game I'm pretty excited about, The Witcher 3.
Sure.
yeah.
Oh, excited about
Everybody's
that.
excited about
Get
that
your
one.
dynamic beard on.
So I have.
It's just-
Sure. Okay.
I remember when we saw this thing at E3, and the thing of E3 last year was, hey, look how big our world is.
Look
Yeah.
where you can go. And only one game so far has kept that promise.
Witcher.
Dragon Age.
Witcher.
Oh, I thought Dragon Age did a good job with that too. But
Yeah, but I don't think that was the focus on Dragon.
we haven't played Witcher 3 though. But it looked, I mean, it was just, the scale was massive. I mean,
Huge.
crazy.
So I have a feeling this game is going to be more than the, normal 60, 70 hours.
Yeah.
It's
Oh
gonna
yeah.
be
Oh yeah.
It takes the developers to speed run it 25 hours.
nice.
It's a speed run, people.
From the developers.
Yeah.
So the person who made the
The
game.
people who know the game in and out.
I think one of our previous episodes we were talking about with this game, all the DLC coming out with this title is all free. Is that
Yes,
still
all
yeah.
free.
Yeah. Well, CD Projekt Red, really good about their fan base and their DLC and their stuff like that. I mean, they don't care about
Well-
we're not diamond and nickeling you. Like,
That, and they came out, and because of last year and all the DLC nonsense that was going on last year, this is literally what they said, is we are taking a stand against paid DLC by releasing
that.
all of ours for free.
sure.
All 16 DLC packs are free.
Hey,
Nice.
buy our game, and we're going to support you buying our game. That's kind of the
That's-
attitude.
Good.
You're probably already getting more than $60 worth with this game anyway.
Do you have to play
yeah.
the other two to enjoy this one?
Well, I'm telling you, I'm not playing the other two to enjoy this one. So.
Okay.
I haven't played the other two, but I'm going to be playing this one.
I don't think so.
Okay.
I think it's the kind of game you can just pick it up and get enough backstory through the main story to know what's going on.
So if you're looking for a game with a ton of gameplay, you don't have to play the other two. Pick up Witcher 3. All the DLCs free coming out for that. Looks great. The Puzzles and Dragons game, which is basically Mario
Meets Bejeweled.
meets Bejeweled.
Well, that's half of it because there is the standard version.
Which has a some sort of a campaign to it, or
It's like an RPG kind of thing.
like an RPG.
Yeah.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, and you progress through it, and you level up your character to fight off the enemies you come and encounter with through the puzzles. But you do it the standard way, which is the Puzzle
That's
and
right, you
Dragon
use
Z.
The puzzles to fight the enemies and
Right.
stuff. I remember that now.
So there's the regular version, and then there's the Super Mario version on the same cart, like the same games, all in
Yeah.
one.
This is a 3DS game.
Yeah,
Yep.
I'm kind of excited about that. I kinda
It's
want
interesting.
that.
It looks interesting.
it's a nice take on Bejeweled.
I like
It's a super
puzzles.
popular puzzle game anyway.
I like puzzles.
Yeah, puzzles are always fun.
What makes it cool is they were explaining it to us when we went to PAX earlier this year. Is you don't have to just move left and right. You can move as
freely.
much
Right.
as you want and then hit the button to go.
Yeah, which I mean, to me, kind of you can change your game that way and open up a different level of difficulty by putting in different scenarios where you can't like get around to a certain way and kind of thing.
Right.
So it's a Mario meets Bejeweled puzzle game, but RPG, and you use the puzzles to progress through the RPG.
If
sounds convoluted,
someone
but it's
said
really
new
a lot
IPs and
simpler.
originality was dead, like there you go. Like that is the pinnacle of something new. I think.
Sounds very interesting. If you've got a 3DS, you might want to check that out, especially if
Definitely
you
check it
played a
out.
good puzzle game in a while. Splatoon, another game I'm super excited about. I think we all are. I mean,
Yeah.
it's just it's
It's
one of
the-
those
it's
Nintendo
Nintendo, man.
local multiplayer games. It's just a ton of fun. I mean,
They're good at their first party stuff.
I'm already seeing like eventual Splatoon tournaments and
Sure.
like all this stuff going
Yeah,
on.
I mean, but this is
I can't wait for all of us to play.
Yeah,
Right.
man.
Like I really can't. Like I want to just,
get in there and
Get in there and just-
destroy stuff
yeah.
with ink. And then this was a big step for Nintendo, kind of doing it first, like a new IP for them that had nothing to do with their other franchises
Mario or
whatsoever.
Zelda or
It was different.
Not Pac-Man.
Yeah, and it doesn't.
Kirby.
Kirby,
That's what
there you
I'm
go.
thinking of.
But it doesn't play like their other games. It's
Nope.
just, I mean, this is a
Completely
family
different.
third-person shooter that Nintendo. This is something you expect from Nintendo, though.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like when you
absolutely.
see it, you're like, that's a Nintendo game.
It's family friendly. It's not uber violent or anything like that.
Oh man, I would think if it was though.
Nintendo made an uber violent game.
Yeah,
I'd
like
get
it-
on board.
Ugh, I don't even want to think about it.
Mario.
Squid
rocket
would take off his
launcher.
tentacle and like
I was thinking
strangle
like
it.
just a kill move would be like to stand over someone and like shoot ink in their mouth and just like.
oh gee.
So I'm thinking like the torture scenes from GTA 5 now.
I
I'm
know.
getting
This
freaked
is
out.
just terrible. Just stop.
So it's a
talking
great,
about
great game. We're super excited about Splatoon. By the way, it is local multiplayer, but there is a campaign as well. The game was super smooth, and we had a good time at PAX playing it. So thank you, Nintendo, for letting us check that out. So that's pretty much it for the games of May.
Yeah, I mean the big ones that at least we're focusing on. I mean, there's other games coming out that are like your
Yeah.
PC games, your Windows games, but like those are the ones that we're not on our radar.
Yeah.
Absolutely. All right, we will have more right after this. Hey, welcome back. So we just got done talking about the new games of May. Let's get into some news.
I love how you say news.
News. New news.
Yeah.
We might as well just get this over with because the world needs to know. Bloodborne has sold over 1 million copies.
On one console. That's
Yeah,
one
see?
console, people. That's amazing.
It's pretty good.
Amazing.
It's pretty good.
Amazing.
Yeah, I mean, it's a great game. It's a lot of fun.
Great. Game is fantastic.
I just, they amped it up pretty good, but it delivered.
Yeah, it's a console mover. It's probably one of the first like next gen experiences I've had so
And they've
far with
already
the game.
released 2 patches that have fixed the game exponentially. So From is definitely taking care of the complaints that people have had about the game. Load screens are fixed. Glitches that were game breaking are fixed already. I mean, it's just,
Did they fix that duplication one yet?
yes.
Darn.
That was fixed with the first patch.
Darn.
It's a great game all around. Tons of gameplay, so you won't be able to just kind of fly through it. And even if you do, I think you can play the game like 6 or 7 times over.
You can fly through it.
Continues to get difficult every single time. Plus, there's the dungeons. If you're stuck somewhere, just level up. There you go. That's my advice. But 1 million copies, obviously they put out a great product, and the people that did get it went out and told everybody else, hey, you need to buy this game.
Yeah, we've been talking about it for weeks. Where you been?
I've
Yeah.
been talking about it for a year.
Oh yeah, you've been screaming about it for a year. It's a little
Yeah.
different. I still wish I had that.
By the way, if you can tell us the exact
Loud.
amount of times up to this point that Nine has said the word Bloodborne, we'll give you a free game.
Well, now you gotta do it.
That's a challenge.
One free game. The first person that does
I don't
it.
even know if I know how many times I said Bloodborne, Bloodborne, Bloodborne.
Okay, Microsoft at this year's E3 is going to be focusing on first-party games.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what Phil Spencer said on his Twitter.
What games? Scalebound, I guess?
I mean, you have Scalebound, you'll have Halo to look at. You'll get your Gears
Quantum Break,
thing.
I'm sure we'll get
Quantum
news
Break will
about.
probably be there.
Whatever happened to that?
We'll probably
What?
do
Quantum Break?
something about.
Yeah.
Just get
It's
delayed.
delayed.
It's
Yeah.
Remedy, man. Remedy gets delayed all over the place.
Delayed.
Right.
Oh, like the
question,
Last
delayed.
Guardian thing.
Yeah, delayed.
That's there's a difference between delayed and dilly-daddling. Like, it's a huge difference.
Okay.
Here's the file for
No,
Last
no,
Guardian. We're
just
not going
save
to do
the Last
anything.
Guardian for after E3.
When we can say, where was it? Anyway. But even on top of that, I mean, they have a new IP that they're going to announce, and I think separately there's going to be Rare's new game.
I think their new IP is the Rare title.
So that's what
Nobody
you
knows
think.
anything about the Rare title.
So after E3, we're gonna revisit
Oh yeah, I mean
this.
we always go back
But
when we.
Phil Spencer has also tossed around the idea of Alan Wake 2.
Cool.
No, they were just showing off the scrapped Alan Wake 2 not too long ago. Like I don't think that's a thing anymore.
He's still interested in doing it.
Totally
I
not
want
opposed
it.
to that.
I want that game.
Great character.
And it may actually not just be Xbox One.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah. But I mean, they'll probably talk about class. I mean, they're probably going to talk about Call of Duty in some fashion,
I'm
or
sure they'll
Assassin's
have their
Creed.
exclusive contract with Call of Duty.
Yeah.
There's another Assassin's Creed.
Victory is the rumored one, I think.
Oh, and Chronicles China just came out.
yeah,
saw that.
the digital version. It's weird.
So,
It's like
so,
2D. Yeah.
so
Fast
first party game. So the first party though, that's not going to be.
Gears.
That's not going to be your Call of Duties or your.
No, I mean those are your third party
No.
games, but those will be. I mean they have contracts with Microsoft
not-
to give that
They're
exclusivity.
not putting in as much effort on games like Call of Duty and stuff for their press conference.
Yeah,
Right.
in their briefing, they're going to talk about their stuff.
Their
Yeah.
stuff first, and then hit on the other stuff later.
Nothing wrong with that.
And then what I'm
Exact
interested
opposite of what they did
in
last
with the next thing we have to talk about is the Rise of Tomb Raider. How much we'll see at Microsoft and how much we'll see from
Still
Square.
so mad about that.
Yeah,
So mad about
looks good so far.
Oh yeah.
Looks
I mean,
great.
the trailer that came out was obviously not the game, but
that. No, I mean, it is what it is. But,
So you'll
Oh,
probably
but if
see
it was,
but
so-
if it's just as good as the first one, I'm on board.
sure. Yeah.
Well, we'll see what they bring up. Of course, we'll be covering E3 this year for you, so check out all of our coverage, all of our interviews. We have a great time
And in my
doing
opinion, the best coverage.
that. Of course, absolutely. Also at this year's E3, Square is now doing a briefing as well.
All these briefings, man, they're just eating into our schedule.
How many conferences do we have now?
That's 5.
Square,
Bethesda.
Sony, Bethesda, Microsoft, Ubisoft, and EA. 7.
We have 7?
That's not 7.
I think it's 6.
I counted on the wrong hand.
Yeah, you're counting with
It's
your.
like he's missing.
Okay. Well,
let's
that
do it-
makes
let's
way
do it
more
this way.
sense.
Let's
All
do
right,
it this way.
So
Square, Bethesda, Sony,
Okay.
Microsoft,
Yeah.
EA, Ubisoft.
Yeah.
That's 6.
Okay, 6.
We have
I was
6
off by
conferences.
1.
Well, they're
Well-
very important one, apparently.
Would you count the missing one twice?
And
I don't understand.
Nintendo actually might do a very close-knit.
No, they'll do their Nintendo Direct.
Well, they have a small briefing room where they do like a software showcase type of a thing.
But that's just the stuff that they've already announced up to that point, usually. They usually don't do a whole
Yeah, I thought that was from the show floor.
No, they rent out a place. They reserved a place.
Oh,
to,
okay.
To do it. It doesn't seat very many people, but we'll
I
see
can
what
fit.
happens.
I get in there.
extremely exclusive.
It is. It definitely is. But so yeah, and Bethesda's new this year, and then of course Square. So obviously, if you've got stuff to show off, then that's what it's all about.
Square's got a lot of stuff to show off too. I mean,
Square's
they've
got a lot
got
of stuff.
Final Fantasy.
Kingdom Hearts. I'm really
I
hoping
really
for a
hope
launch
it's
date.
Kingdom.
That's
Oh.
all I want.
I don't know how
Launch
much
date.
Kingdom Hearts stuff you're going to see though, because of all the things going on with Final Fantasy. I think that Kingdom Hearts is kind of taking a back seat right now.
The beta for
I
the
got to
demo for
imagine
15's out.
if Bethesda's going to do a briefing, they could like shock the world with all of their announcements,
Fallout
right?
4 into
If it's a
Dishonored
2-hour thing, they've got to think Fallout 4 is
And,
going
and
to be.
if Square's going to do the same
yeah, talking about
thing,
the 2 hours.
I got to imagine that they're going to
Who
put some
knows?
big name titles out there to make
Doom.
their conference
Doom.
be worth
Yeah.
doing, right?
Doom.
Yeah.
Hey, and more questions? Doom.
Also, they have Just
Oh, yeah, I
Cause.
forgot about Doom.
Yeah, it's easy to do though because it's 2015.
What? Great.
No, it's not.
You're an idiot.
It's not great.
What are you talking about?
He says Doom is not a good game.
It's not.
You know what? Save this for the next segment.
I'll write it down. Which is coming out next week, by
All
the
right,
way.
What's the next episode then?
sport until the next episode. Sorry.
Yeah.
I had to plug that in there.
Every week.
Madden finally got a release date of August 26th for you sports fans out there. Madden, one of the biggest selling titles every single year. I mean, it's hard to get excited if you're not too into it, but
It's hard
I
to get
wonder
excited when
who's
you're a
going to
Steelers
be on the
fan.
cover. That's all I care about.
Honestly.
It's not hard to get excited because I'm a Steelers fan. It's hard to get excited because it's sports on a video game console.
I like it.
hey,
I like
you
it a
know,
lot.
they've been doing a great job.
gonna be on the cover?
EA
haven't announced
has been
Doesn't
moving
matter,
along.
get hurt.
We actually had a chance last year to talk with Brian Murray, who from NFL Films. So they brought a different presentation style to it, which was great.
Yeah.
Hopefully they'll continue to expand. Every year you expect to see better graphics, but I don't know what new gameplay. They've gotten rid of some things over the years. Hopefully they'll add some cool new features. We'll see what happens. But August 26th, it can be yours, so check that out. We'll be back right after this. Hey, welcome back. We've got yet more news for you still.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Ton of
So much
news since
stuff
last time
happening.
we saw you guys.
Hey, let's talk about one of my favorite demos of all time, Silent Hill
PT?
PT.
PT.
Yeah, PT was awesome.
PT was amazing. I mean,
I still have to finish it because
you
of
need to.
They took it down.
I take.
I still have
down.
it.
Well, yeah, you can still. I need to
If
download
you've
it.
downloaded it, you can still download
Yeah.
it.
If you can hear
You
us,
just can't access it now.
there's no way you can hear us right now. But like, it's going down on the 29th of this week.
Go get. Oh, what?
I mean, by the time this is out,
Hey, PT was great. I really hope to experience a game
missed
like
it.
that. With the next gen technology, I feel that survival horror games can really get into scaring the daylights out of somebody, for sure.
The thing about PT was it had some of the best lighting and atmosphere I've ever seen. in a
yeah,
game.
it was
Now, granted, it was a very small, secluded section of a map.
sure.
If you haven't played it, it's just the same hallway over and over again. And
it?
I remember when we were playing.
is it? That's a good
Is
theory
it?
there, Gage. Hey.
You know a game's scary when the person watching you play
Is
jumps.
scary.
Yeah.
That guy, man, I wish we had that.
I threw a controller. Sorry.
I so wish we had that clip. I still
I'm
have
so
the
glad I
audio
was
clip.
not involved in that one. I would not sleep for weeks.
It was interesting.
No, dude,
It's hard.
It's
It's rough.
Well, anyway,
so
I
what's
mean-
the point is it looks like they might
Since
not do this.
Kojima has left
Konami.
Guillermo del Toro came out and said that we are no longer collaborating on this project.
That's what he said. They're no longer
That's what
collaborating
Del Toro
on
said.
Silent Hills, which that doesn't. No one's come out and
they're not gonna
said.
put it out.
Yeah, no
It's
one's come
dead.
out and said it's super canceled. I mean, of course,
Super canceled?
Super canceled.
Super
It's,
canceled.
you know,
It's not just canceled,
extra.
it's super canceled.
Extra canceled. Get that from McDonald's.
Supersize me.
So I mean, at this point, the game could still happen. Now I don't know what's going to happen throughout this week or whatever, but right now it looks like it's not likely it'll be made, but it's not. I wouldn't say it's dead in the water.
I hope
That's
it
just what I'm
does.
saying.
All I gotta say is I hope it comes out. The demo's amazing. Obviously,
something along that line comes out.
Silent Hill is a huge franchise. People are familiar with it. They'll go buy it.
You say that, but in recent history, the game has just ever since Silent Hill 3, the game has just fallen downhill with every single release. Silent Hill 5 was bad. Silent Hill 4 was mediocre at best.
But Downpour was bad.
Downpour was just trash.
I thought the first three were good.
First 3 were good.
They need to
3 are
recapture
not so
that
good.
feeling.
I thought
Again.
the demo was off to a great start.
The demo was off to a fantastic start. Anyway, moving on.
We'll see what happens. Gears of War. If you're a Gears of War fan, you're wondering, what is Marcus doing these days?
Yeah.
Well, apparently they're going
rumor
to
has been floating
remaster
around.
the.
Well, and there's a little more to
Supposedly.
it now because a couple weeks ago we talked about how there was a rumor for a Marcus Phoenix collection, which that was
Immediately
canned.
shut down
Yeah,
by the
not a thing.
by the lead director of.
But so there's been talk of Splash Damage and Black Tusk working on a Gears of War remaster.
Yes.
And several players who have talked to Polygon and their sources have confirmed that this is a thing because they were invited to a alpha build test, which was multiplayer only of an Xbox One version of Gears of War 1. Which
Okay.
leads to believe that you'll see some kind of E3 announcement for Gears of War 1 remaster, and then maybe a trailer for the new Gears of War game modes.
I think it's just going to be Gears 1.
That's what they're saying.
And not a whole collection.
That's what they're saying.
hey, I mean, we were just talking about this earlier in the show. If Microsoft is focusing on their first-party games, here could be a good game to come out and say, hey, we're going to
But I
release
agree.
this.
I think they're going to trail off of each other. They'll start with the remastered Gears 1
Yep.
and trail right into whatever Gears is coming specifically
Or at the
for
end of the
Xbox One.
conference.
No, they'll say.
Oh, Crackdown was another one from the
Crackdown?
Crackdown. Anyway, sorry.
Oh.
I just thought about it. Had to throw
All
it in
right.
there.
Hopefully, if they do another, if they do,
Do-do.
Do-do.
So whatever.
Can't say that on the radio.
If they do another Gears of War, it better be good. I mean, just because the last one wasn't.
Judgment was bad.
I liked Judgment.
You're the only one.
No, I'm not.
You're the only one.
I'm gonna have to go with Cage on this.
Judgment was different, which is why I liked it.
What was different?
Wasn't
about
Sure.
the best Gears by any means, but
You're
it was
right.
fun. It was still Gears.
Different's a good word for it. Batman gets a
Hate
new
you all.
trailer
it? Tomorrow, from when we're filming this.
tomorrow. So
So by this time, it's already out. But the
what are we gonna
characters.
see?
So they released 3 countdown trailers leading up to the trailer. So they released 3 teasers for a trailer, which is weird, but that's Batman marketing for you.
It's what the trend is.
Yeah, so I mean, they have character profiles online that you enter passwords for to see, and I'm going to do this quickly because there's not much out on it right now as I'm talking about it. But they showed off Nightwing, Robin, Azrael, and Catwoman.
Nice.
So those
Catwoman.
4 characters are confirmed
like
for the next game in some capacity. And if you've played the end or all the way through of Arkham City, Azrael is probably going to be a big focus somehow in this game.
I agree with that.
Yeah,
Wholeheartedly, I
if you
agree with
haven't
that.
played it, go play it, or at least look up that part on YouTube and then really get into that lore because there's a lot going on there.
Yeah.
I still want to see Hush.
So Origins.
That's what I'm waiting for.
Origins obviously was before all the Arkham games started.
Yep.
Arkham Knight picks up where Arkham City left off. So
Yeah,
Yes.
I think it's a year after. I think they
Something
said.
like that.
Yeah. Anyway,
and it has an M rating. Can't wait for that game.
Oh, it's gonna be
super
so
stoked.
good.
Yeah.
I
so
am
good.
Also. Telltale and Marvel. I don't know much about this. What's going on here?
You got it?
No.
Okay.
You go ahead.
Okay, so they recently came together and made some kind of deal to make a game for consoles and I guess PC and mobile
And
phones and stuff like
Telltale
that.
style of
and
game.
Telltale style for Marvel characters, which I assume is their Marvel superhero universe for 2017.
Amazing.
That's about it
I have
on
a
that.
feeling it's going to kind of go with the Avengers
Okay.
line because that's the biggest set of characters.
And I
you
don't
can
see why
get.
you wouldn't
Exactly.
work with that.
Yeah.
They may start with like
That'll sell your most stuff.
something other than that, and then move from episode 1.
But they could go so far. They could go so many
They could
different
go in
directions.
a bajillion different directions with this.
Yeah.
And it'll be
this could be
interesting
like
to
a
see if they
400 episode
interconnect
thing.
it with the movies
That's
as
what I'm saying.
well.
The movie's gonna come out.
movies
they
and
could build off
the
of it.
Shield show.
don't think
I
they'll
would
do
rather them do the comic books, honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I just
agree.
meant build
Just the-
off the hype of.
Okay, yeah, I get that.
Oh yeah, release
not
at the
the-
same time one of the movies comes out.
Well, not even that. Just sometime afterwards, because obviously there'll be
Guardians
another Avengers movie yet still. But
Not that I think Marvel popularity is going to die down anytime soon.
right, I'm just saying somewhere in the middle of that.
As long as they're done well.
Right.
As long as they're done
Sure.
well.
As long
Because as soon as they're
it's
not.
done right.
Yeah, as long
See,
as,
we say that every week, but that's everything should be done right anyway.
yeah, well.
Anyway.
Should
Yeah, it should be. Moving on, because we got some other stuff. to talk
Conquerors is
about real quick.
on Project Spark.
Yep, so Conqueror, all the assets for Conqueror and their stuff is on Project Spark now, so you can buy that pack to play with Project Spark and make your own Conquer stuff. I just hope this leads into some kind of new Conquer game along the lines somewhere, whether it's a digital form or even a remake of the original game
He
somehow on
deserves
Xbox
a
One.
game.
I think so. I love Conquer, and he's been a great character for me, so
I like Conquerors.
there you go. But that's all that
I'm
was.
gonna say on that.
So that's available. Go get it if you have Project Spark.
Favorite Conquer game.
There's only one.
I mean, there's Bad Fur Day and Live and Reloaded. Unless you want to count Diddy Kong Racing, where he races a car.
No, it's all about.
I'm going with that. That's my favorite one.
Shocked.
Bad for
Bad Fur Day.
Yeah. Okay, well, that's all the time we have for you today. By the way, you should check out our Let's Plays. You should check out our Twitch streams. You should check out our Facebook. You should check out our YouTube. If you're not already doing that, as I'm saying, check out our YouTube right now. But like, comment, subscribe. We, of course, love to hear from you. But we will be bringing you all kinds of great stuff on E3 coming up. So we'll have coverage for you on that. So look out for that. Again, that's all the time we have for you today. Thank you for joining us. Until next time, see ya.
Love you.
See ya.
Peace out.